Now let's do question 1A of Bukit Merah Secondary School end of year examination Sec1 paper 2. So for question 1A is actually solving equations involving algebra but with fractions. So let's do 1A over here. So question 1A, it actually asks us to solve the equation x plus 3 over 4 minus 2x minus 4 over 5 equals to 1. So 1A, x plus 3 over 4 minus 2x minus 4 over 5 equals to 1. So what I'm going to do over here for the left hand side, because we are taking the difference of fractions, so the first thing we need to do is to make the denominator the same. So here the fraction on the left, okay, we're going to make the denominator the same. So 4 and 5, so it will be 5 times 4, right? So that will be the common denominator that we choose. So 5 times 4 is 20. So from 4 to 20, right, I times 5, right? So therefore, the numerator, I must also times 5. So 5 bracket x plus 3 bracket. So over here, 4 times 5 is 20. And then because I times 5 to the denominator, I must also times 5 to the numerator x plus 3. So minus over, same thing, I choose 20 as the denominator. So 5 times 4 is 20, right? So on top, I also must times 4. So this is equals to 1. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is plus 15 over 20 minus 4 times 2x is 8x. And then 4 times minus 4 is minus 16. So this is over 20. So this is equals to 1. So now I can combine the fraction. So it will be 5x plus 15 minus, remember this minus, you must put a bracket here, 8x minus 16 bracket. So this minus must apply to the 8x and this minus must also apply to the minus 16, which generally students might forget. So over 20 equals to 1. So I can multiply this over, okay? So 20 times 1 is 20. And then I write the numerator as it is, 5x plus 15 minus bracket 8x minus 16 bracket. So here on the left hand side is 5x plus 15. I bring the minus in, is minus 8x. And then I bring the minus in, minus 16 is plus 16, equals to 20. 5x minus 8x is minus 3x. 15 plus 16 is plus 31. So this equals to 20. So minus 3x, I keep it here. The 31 I will bring over, becomes minus 31, right? So minus 3x equals to 20 minus 31, in which minus 3x equals to 20 minus 31 is minus 11. Then I divide here by minus 3 so that I can get x, because minus 3 divided by minus 3 is 1. And then similarly here I must also divide by minus 3. So minus 11 divided by minus 3 is actually equals to 11 over 3. And we are done with question 1A. So let's do 1B. It's just on algebra, but it's actually a substitution. If A equals to 3, B equals to minus 2, and C equals to 5, evaluate A minus 4 bracket B minus 2C bracket. So for B part I, A minus 4 bracket B minus 2C bracket. So A is 3 minus 4, B is minus 2, okay? So let's put a square bracket, and then C is 5. So here I'm just substituting all the values of A, B, and C. So 3 minus 4, okay? So I write the minus 2 here. I don't do anything. Minus 2 times 5 is minus 10. Okay? So we simplify the one inside the square bracket first. So 3 minus 4 minus 10 minus 2 is minus 12. Okay? And 3 minus and minus mean is plus. So minus 4 times minus 12 is plus 48. So this gives us 51. And we are done with 1B part I. So 1B part II. So AC square minus b cubed. So a is 3, okay? C is 5, so 5 squared. Minus b is minus 2. Bracket cube. So 3 times 5 squared is 25, okay? Minus 2 whole thing cube is actually, if you key in your calculator, minus 8. Okay, so 3 times 25, we're going to do the multiplication first, will be 75. Minus and minus mean is plus, and then we have our 8 here. So this actually is 83, and we are done with B part 2. Okay, now 1C over here is actually a question involving algebra, but you have to formulate it yourself based on the context of the question. So for 1C, soy cost X cents per kilometer and Peter paid Y dollars for some soy, right? So we can say that Y dollars, okay? Let's do it in terms of cents, okay? The reason why we do that is because here the cost of the soy is in cents. So we convert the Y dollars into cents so that we can do everything in terms of cents. So Y dollars is actually 100 Y cents, correct? So think of it this way, $1 is actually 100 cents. So Y dollar will be 100 Y cents. So you take 100 times Y. So soy costs X cents per kilogram. So X cents, okay, is 1 kg, right? So let's find 1 cent. How much kilo is that? Okay, so to get 1, for this X over here, we divide by X, because X divided by X is 1. And this 1 kg over here is actually same thing, we must also divide by X. So 1 over X kg is for 1 cent, right? So what about 100 Y cents, which is what Peter paid for, right? So 100 Y cents, which is what Peter paid for. So from 1 cent to 100 Y cents, you must multiply by 100 Y, correct? So 1 cent to 100 Y cents, you multiply by 100 Y. So over here, I must also multiply by 100 Y. So this gives us 1 over X times 100 Y. So this is actually equals to 100 Y over X kg. So that's the expression in terms of Y and X for the number of kilograms of soy that Peter bought. Okay, so that's it for question number 1C.